Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Star Ladder I-League Season 3. We're going to be taking a look at game number 1, and guess who it is? It's Vega Squadron facing off against Team Liquid. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Trent Pax. Trent, it's been a bit of a wild ride through our first series of the day, but now we're here. It's happening. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well. Ready? Want to see what Vega have in store for us. And already we're getting a little bit of a mix up here. We're actually going to get our Darkseer. So we slide our Darkseer and on over here. Very powerful combination. And Liquid with the draft that kind of looks like what Vega's been up to lately with this Dazzle Ember. They've been running that quite a bit. We saw when we were looking through their past games as they were qualifying to get into this tournament here. So should be a bit of an interesting one.
Yeah, and Vega Squadron, we talked about it. Both of the previous teams, Cloud9 and Vega, were running it a lot. Team Liquid, they've only had 4 games, I want to say, so far at Star Ladder, and then there wasn't a whole heck of a lot of them shown before then, but they've proven to be quite the powerful combination as well. They opted to ban out the lone Druid in that first phase, so no real great surprise there. But interesting enough, Underlord's still left in the pool. Do you think that might be something that we see one of these teams go for? I guess it'd probably be Liquid over Vega since their offlane is pretty well covered at this point.
Yeah, this was the same opener that we saw yesterday from Liquid up against C9. That was our Pudge game, which was fun. And we ended up getting our Beastmaster there too. But in that game, the Underlord was banned. So you never know. Maybe we'll end up getting that Mind Control Underlord. We could still end up getting a Mind Control Bat Rider too. We've seen how well they play that. Personally, I am hoping for the GH Pudge, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how can't you be? Oh, there goes our Underlord now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's too good of a hero not to take. And I think that Liquid probably would have gone for it. Maybe not. You never know. And
hey,
look at that. You did it.
Fudge.
We're doing it.
Well, when they do the same thing, it's, it's okay. Well, I'm just happy. I hate playing against Pudge, but he's okay to watch in pro games.
He's great to watch, particularly you just if it's a hook, you just know it's like Spirit Breaker. You hear that yell across the mountain, and then he starts running places. Something is gonna happen, and that's the same thing with Pudge. You either get to yell at him because he missed a hook, or be like, "Oh my God, he made the hook." A little behind the scenes food for thought there for people.
All right. Well, Shadow Demon's still in the pool if they want to get maybe a save here. So being able to throw a Disrupt on someone who's getting dismembered or throw it onto the Pudge too in some situations, depending on what it calls for. It can also be nice for saving him against Ember. If he goes in for the bolas and then some giant dive with all the remnants or something, as well as setting up for the position 4 slider. Pretty hard to say no to Shadow Demon. The only downside I could see is that he doesn't offer solid control up against the Ember. But we'll see if that's enough to dissuade Vega from going for the ever so popular hero. And we did talk about their Disruptor, which is another big one that's always been a big standby for Vega Squadron and heavily picked up against the Ember. So that's what they're going to go for. That makes sense. I think that was their 2 options, right? And that's probably what they were deciding is our save more important with the Shadow Demon, such a strong hero, or do we really need someone to deal with this Ember Spirit after we got ran over by a Timbersaw because we found ourselves lacking lockdown?
I think this makes so much sense, and like you were saying right there, it's what we've seen from Vega a couple of different times now is just their inability to control heroes, and now you have this great team fight lineup. You've got Slardar with Darkseer, so crush potential there on top of Static Storm and Kinetic Field with Disruptor. All in all, this feels like already a much stronger lineup from Vega Squadron than we saw against Cloud9. They just need some more damage to level out on top of it, and.
Yes. I was getting worried for a second there, man. They haven't picked Disruptor all week. Used to be every game first pick was Disruptor. I thought maybe something happened. I don't know if they had a falling out or something, but we're okay. Hero's back. I always enjoy watching them play this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking through the chat, and it looks like since we did start a little bit early, there's a chance that we might have to remake through all pick. I'm not sure. I'll keep my eye on that little chat, but I think that we're good to go. What is it that Team Liquid are lacking? Is there anything that really speaks to you as far as what they need?
Well, let's look back as to how they figured out the last time. They were up against a Shadow, or what was it? It was the Ursa draft, and they ended up going towards that Beastmaster to help control him up, and then there was an Invoker too, so probably just Sunstrikes and general control. We all know Miracle God Invoker. Oh, that was the crazy Sunstrike game. Where
yeah, there's so
four
many.
right away to that Midas.
Oh my god.
So calling up with a Pudge could be nice if they again want to do this safe lane Ember, which is important to point out. We don't really know exactly where this guy will wind up. I don't think anything's lacking. It's just generally a good draft, and a Mind Control Faceless Void perhaps could also be Matumba Man Faceless Void. I wouldn't count that out either.
I don't think we've seen him yet through all of these qualifiers, like across the regions almost. It's not immediately clear if there's a great combination here.
10 seconds
I don't know.
remaining.
What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that Faceless Void's a good hero?
Remaining.
I think he's okay position 1 still. I don't think he's very strong in the offlane because his
Reserve
cooldown is just too ridiculous on the chrono. For the current patches with shrines, everyone's always so ready to fight that teams have gotten very good at punishing those longer cooldowns. So I would imagine this will be from a Matumba Man unless something really seems good. Like I don't see a good enough counter with the time dilation for the chrono to be that worth it, but we'll have to see. Mind Control has always been very good at the hero, so perhaps they're going to feel it's strong enough, but the Ursa will, again, they're going to be playing up against one.
This feels like, again, it's just Vega Squadron. They just got beat out when they were running Ember Spirit with an Ursa against them, and then they're like, all right, well, let's try it ourselves a little bit, which always ends up... I think that it can work, definitely, and it feels like it's a decent pick this game, but it is going to be running into a Faceless Void and a Pudge, so there will be some control for this Ursa. Maybe not the sort of shortest cooldown. There's no, Hex or Earth Spike or anything like that something like a Lion would bring. But bans now for Vega. They need something to pull this all together. A mid hero that can deal with the potential of an Ember or, whatever else ends up coming out.
Yeah, this is a really difficult scenario. If you assume the Ember's mid, then you're happy with your Ursa being there. And you could go back in towards a position 1 hero and be happy with your draft as Vega, but they don't have that final pick. So they run into this issue of saying, okay, well, if we pick if we just force this Ember mid and they send this, or rather, if we force Ursa mid, they send Ember to the safe lane, and then we have some disastrous matchup for Ursa in the mid lane, we could run into a lot of trouble. So they have to pick some sort of a hero that, in the worst case scenario, could still head mid up against a larger counter to Ursa.
Alchemist.
And that'll be the Alchemist. So very safe hero. He can go mid. He can do whatever he wants. I thought last game was a pretty good Alch game. They didn't go for it, but we'll be seeing it this time from Vega Squadron.
I feel like I really like this to be a Matumba Man Faceless Void instead of Mind Control. I feel like Ursa does quite well against Faceless Void in the offlane, particularly with the added time that Fury Swipes hangs around. I believe that got patched a couple of patches ago. I'm not exactly sure when that was, but
yeah, you're right. He'll have a hell of a rough time. And it will be Mind Control, but they go for a Terrorblade, so they have a ton of damage to go inside the chrono.
Yeah. It feels scary to me. I mean, that being said, it is Liquid. Liquid are really, really good, and they've been on a roll so far in this qualifying event, but I'm still a little bit concerned. Vega Squadron, I feel like they have the pieces to put this together here. Get a decent timing on Alch Radiance, it could be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this Faceless Void works out. With the magic mode, Ember can still deal quite a bit of damage inside of the Chronosphere. Probably not as much as the physical Ember, though, so that'll be a little bit interesting. They're gonna do...
Yeah, we're doing a remake, it looks like. They just called for it. So we are going to go to a different page, so that way you guys can see... Let's check out the rosters. That'll be fine. We'll log out of there, and you can take a look at what the rosters are. In case you didn't know, there's no pictures for Liquid either. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. So tell me your thoughts on the way those first couple of minutes end up breaking down, and who you feel like came out ahead in the draft.
I think I'm just going to favor in towards Vega's draft, but with the way Liquid's been playing, I definitely don't have any doubts that they could easily take this game. I mean, GH just looked very good roaming around the map. He puts on so much heavy pressure at the beginning of every game. So we'll see if they can get done.
It's rehosted an all pick, so that should be...
thank you. That's
no problem.
Why I don't see it.
And while I'm doing this, I'm going to try and see if I can figure out where the showcase mode is for the hotkey, because that thing, it disappeared for me. It makes me really sad. I like the showcase mode. Where are you at?
Good.
Because that thing did end up getting slightly changed recently, if I'm not mistaken, where you can't actually click on the showcase mode. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't look at the items anymore either. Like, how am I supposed to figure out what cosmetics I need to waste money on?
We'll take a look over at stats now. Oh, look at that. 4 games, 100% win rate. Vega Squadron, 10 games, 50% win rate. Average game length as well, 27 minutes for Liquid. That is very quick compared to the 40 of Vega. Man, oh man. All right, I can't find it. This is infuriating. I'm filled with fury, Shrimpax.
Is it? You can't find the hotkey?
I can't find the hotkey. I don't know which one it is.
Is it in the spectator? Well, mine says showcase view, advanced hotkeys, camera action. It says.
Oh, camera actions, showcase. There it is. Oh, look at you.
Got him.
You're the best.
Oh, this is a key. P is the scan key. I never use the key for scan.
I'm going to actually take the activate scan and put it on my showcase view now instead, in spite of it. It'll be great. What else can we look at? We can take a look at, let's compare players. Who do you want to compare between these two teams? What's the well, maybe.
Oh, do you have your little program to do it? Is that what's happening here?
Matumba Man and Ditchia Ra, how about that?
Sure, sounds good, man.
Oh, look at them. You got more kills for Matumba Man, more deaths for Ditchia Ra. This isn't looking good so far. More assists for Ditchia Ra, though. Last hits going into his advantage. GPM heavily into the favor of Matumba Man. To keep in mind, this is just for the Star Ladder qualifiers.
I was going to say, we've seen these games. It's not really too shocking.
Yeah. All right, we'll pop back into the game now as it looks like people are going to be taking their respective heroes. And hopefully this is not all bugged out. It should be fine, though. I'm sure it'll be okay.
I did notice before we rehosted that Matumba Man had picked up the Dazzle. I wonder if this Terrorblade... Yeah, I wonder if Terrorblade qualifies as one of those heroes where... well, Liquid have had that discussion before where they say heroes like Luna are more team-centric, and so they find it better for Kuro to play it because you have to play around that guy so much that the carry's the one who's actually making most of the calls.
I remember this. Okay, so it's a Kuro...
It might be. I don't know. He had it selected. We'll see if he ends up choosing it. I don't think Terrorblade is quite as team-centric as Luna. You do have a lot of time where you're generally on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it does look like Kuro now is taking the Dazzle because he's blue player, and that would be the one in the front. Unless I'm mistaken.
There we go. So we're fine.
Matumba
Man just teasing us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does feel like it would be not quite the hero. That was a weird little period of time for Liquid.
It was very interesting, I have to say. No one has really done something like that before.
Look at it. We got the opening screen. They're not animated, but that's fine. It looks great. It looks amazing. Ah, that made me happy.
All pick.
Okay, well, here we are. And yeah, it's Kuro Dazzle. And it'll actually be... All right, so they fully swapped it up here. It is going to be the same Matumba Man. Oh, right. This is... Okay, I guess we should have pointed this out, but Matumba Man will be on that safe lane. Ember. So with the Alchemist coming out, this will be Terrorblade mid. He has super high armor. I've seen a lot of teams do this before. You just throw him up against all that physical damage of the Alchemist, and he can't really do that much. You're pretty happy as a TV. Get decent time to farm. Use Metamorphosis, still pressure the lane, pressure the Alchemist, and force heroes to come mid.
Couple of early wards placed out there as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people, when they see Acid Spray, particularly at low levels, it's like, oh god, gotta get away from it. But you know, if you got that much armor, it's all physical damage. It doesn't really matter.
It's but a tickle. It's nothing. It's a feather.
A flesh wound. Yeah. Man, look at the inventory of Faceless Void right now. He is decked out.
30 seconds.
A ton of branches.
Oh, he's a tree.
Yeah, definitely. I like it. Meanwhile, Windlace and some tangos for Ursa, Mr. Ditchia Ra himself. There's not really anything too surprising here, but it looks like Vega are going to come and try and invade the jungle now and see if they can steal a rune. This one is not really going to be able to be contested right here by Liquid, so Vega should get away with it.
Strong. Remember you asked me what my favorite cosmetic was, and well, mind controls. He steals the bounty rune. This is the one I was talking about, man. The Cthulhu face. It's hilarious.
Oh,
makes me laugh.
Oh, look at it. We can take it in showcase mood now as well.
What a time to be alive.
I don't like this cosmetic.
It's hilarious. How do you not love it? It's the greatest one in Dota 2. If that was your question, I gave you my answer.
You said we need to go with a little bit more tough love here. I don't agree with you.
All right, that's fair.
Treadbacks.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
All right, Sioma, meanwhile, in a little bit of trouble, is getting ran down by GH. The Rot is on top of him, and now there's going to be the glimpse away, but now Curl is taking up the chase with the Poison Touch. A good bit of damage being dealt out. The slow is going to wear off, though, but still a ton of damage being dealt to Sioma.
All right, nicely done. So any sort of hope for G in the mid lane now is being pushed away by these two supports. Man's all on his own, but he's lasting under tower. It's fine for now. Could run into some trouble, but they will be pressuring in with Iron Shells.
Oh.
So in the earliest levels, they'll be okay.
And G now in trouble as well. He kind of did a little bit of a move back, but he is going to end up going down there. First blood being drawn by G.
Disaster.
A double kill. Miracle in some trouble as well, potentially. Seneko has another crush here. He might think about diving for this. Wow, he's got too much armor, but still.
Fire.
What a start for G.
Oh no, and he just salved. Miracle just used his salve.
All right, disaster. Oh, wow. Not getting last hits under tower. It's all coming down.
Woo, all right. Dang, that turned around fast. Things look so good. They left their Ember all alone bottom just to put so much pressure on the mid lane and then to give up 2 kills straight off the bat. The fact that Ember's alone is actually quite fine, though. The Iron Shell will burn through your Flame Guard, so there's trouble with that. But for that earlier opening levels, Darkseer's always going to pressure in with 2, sometimes even 3 Iron Shells on the wave. So you're going to get the last hit under tower for free anyway. So it was a really smart play from Liquid to go ahead and make that rotation mid and apply that pressure. And now GH is doing the same thing top with Titsura.
Well,
as they look for Sioma.
This lane is so messy right now. The creep wave is at the small camp, and GH trying to get aggressive with Ichiro. May be able to do something. Oh, they get a bash. Only 1 point in it. 10%
so
chance.
To just gets hooked now.
Oh, a very chaotic start to the game, but Darkseer comes out as the winner bottom. I mean, Ursa's having a great time top, and the double kill for Alchemist. It's all coming up Vega right now.
Yep, Shrine's been forced out on, well, both sides of the mid lane, but a little more important, I would say, just for Vega to take care of that one for Miracle. Especially with a Pudge rotating around, but anyways, GH is back. And G gonna try and do maybe a double stack here? Or nope, just opting for 1.
And on that medium camp, super value as well. Creeps die quickly, and you get all of that bonus gold from Greevil's Greed. No points in stun, obviously. It's just all about the money. And this gives a little bit of space for Seneko to pick up the mid lane as the Slardar. This is a wonderful little opening for Vega.
Yeah, G was just so rich off that first blood. As well as the secondary kill that came out there from that assist, that he's okay with doing this. He's still well ahead of the mid lane, and yeah, a ton of room for Seneko, which has always been important for these Slardars.
Mind control in some trouble now, trying to jive and juke through the trees, but it's not going to happen. GH has found Sioma, though, and now with no glimpse available, he's going to get run down. Might actually not end up going here. Misses it, but we'll get the deny. Still a pretty bad little combination there for Liquid. They have not been showing the strength that they had in previous games.
Yeah, first couple of rotations just don't work out, and as they were a little bit heavy, they can certainly look pretty bad. After all that farming, G hits up the Shrine for a moment there, grabs himself the Bounty Rune with 3 points in Greevil's Greed. Pretty good. And into another camp he goes.
Wow. Yeah, he's just happy as a clam up here, and the fact that he doesn't have to sit in lane right now is ridiculous to me, because he's got his Soul Ring already up and online. They're getting so much out of the map. You can see it's already a 2,000 gold lead for Vega.
Yeah, and now with that Soul Ring, he'll just come back mid, and although he can't do too much to Miracle, he can still help himself farm away here.
Are they trying to go for Matumba Man? He is all alone, in some trouble. He's going to burn through the Flame Guard in just a second. Crushes used. Matumba Man going to continue to get ran down, and another kill going their way. Curl had Grave. Oh, and now he might be in trouble as well. They have another crush. Going to be able to run through him if they have the sprint movement speed. No, they just get the vacuum out, and trying to go for the TP away will be able to make it happen. So no secondary kill comes there, but still a dumpster fire of a beginning for Liquid.
Yeah, that level 1 Grave range is so short, too. It's difficult to close in. Also cost Matumba Man his Mango, so what little HP regen he had is now even lower, and they're not done. You know, this is Slardar. This is Darkseer.
Oh
Seen
my
this a couple
god.
times. It's a pretty good duel lane.
Yeah, pretty good. Vacuum back. Oh, Matumba man. Oh my god. They might be able to get something over here in the jungle. GH is facing off against G, and they are going to get the hook, but Alchemist doesn't give a damn.
Yeah, I think he was aiming for the creep, actually.
Oh, G do a good job of blocking that.
Oh, that was Matumba man's TP too, so he used to run back bottom. Wow! Woo! Dumpster fire indeed. So this is where we will finally test Liquid. They have definitely not felt tested yet whatsoever. It's been pretty easy. The majority of their games look like pretty big stomps. And this time they have a serious hole to climb out of.
Yeah, I mean, I remember thinking about the graphs that we saw from them in the other games, and they never had 1,000 gold deficit, I don't think. They didn't throw games away. They were constantly looking solid. And in this game, they're already off to the biggest deficit they've had throughout the entire qualifiers, and it's not even the 7-minute mark yet. Like, this is looking terrible. I guess, how do you come back at this point if you're Liquid? What's the play?
Well, never doubt Terrorblade. We've certainly learned that. First big chrono's got to be the biggest thing to keep in mind. The scary part is that they have this Ember Spirit as well as this Terrorblade, where I feel like when you're this far behind, both of them kind of want to be that guy that sits on the side and does nothing, right? They just want to be farming a lane while everyone else is pressuring. But when one of your cores is Faceless Void and your two supports are Pudge Dazzle, they just don't have anything to throw into chrono, so it kind of feels like Miracle needs to be there with that Metamorphosis to actually throw that damage into the Chronosphere, and it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Massive team effort.
Well, and you can see also that this good ward placement down as well by the Dazzle was able to spot out when the second one came in from Vega, and this keeps Matumba Man alive. So the vision advantage, but now going towards the mid lane. They were thinking about going for the glimpse back, but Sioma couldn't get into range.
Well, at least the pressure's been relieved on bottom for a bit.
Yeah. Well, Miracle getting himself a couple of denies in there as well. It's starting to pull back into a little bit now. You can see it, the game is leveling out. I am a little bit terrified about how quickly we might see the Slardar get up with the Blink Dagger, because he's already got, Ring of Protection, can finish off his Tranquils very shortly, and he's been given just so much room to farm in each of these lanes.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's not actually more farmed, but maybe buying a couple items along the way too, just to help out in terms of supports and stuff. Plus, he hasn't found too many kills, I guess. He only had like the 1 kill and the 1 assist out of the 5 that have happened so far, which is a little bit low for a position 4 Slardar. But for the most part, yeah, he has been punching some of those creeps instead. 7 last hits, gotta get him here. But he'll find himself a bounty rune. Oh, he's gonna leave for Ditchera. A nice guy. Oh wait, sorry, he's an alchemist. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, what a hero.
There's no way that he's not going
How
for
much
that.
gold did he get out of this? 132.
It's not bad.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, and you can see that I think Vega are doing a much better job this game of spreading out the farm to all of these supports. Hook, Sioma, going to be caught in this one, but the heal coming out from Kuro, they are going to be able to find that kill. Miracle here as well. He is still able to pick up about half a level there, the Disruptor, but it will come at the cost of their Tier 1 tower. So Liquid responding exactly how they need to. Much better play over the past couple of minutes than the first few.
Yeah, that's perfect. And with it being an arcane rune too, that means Metamorphosis will be back at a decent time, and maybe they can combo that up with the first Chronosphere and try and find something with that. So doing what needs to be done here. GH, see if you can keep making some plays.
He actually went over there and blocked the hard camp from spawning like at the 9-minute mark. So just trying to do anything they can to stop this Alchemist from farming.
Ooh, a smoke into Roche here, it looks like. Gonna use just the Satyr Aura as well as the Helm to get this done.
Yeah.
So it's different now, right? You don't have our lifesteal item for the most part early on. Instead, you have to really rely on that Enrage and the way it is, the Fury Swipe multipliers.
Chronosphere.
The much more important part.
Used up top. They found Seneko and, well, he gets the... What? Oh, man. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Glimpse back in. They have mind control. Can they actually find the kill, though? They actually kill off the Slardar, who ran into the Matumba Man Ember Spirit. So a little bit of a misplay there by Seneko. They still get Roche.
Yeah, that was a bit of a greedy glimpse back. I guess they still had remnants left anyway because the way they did the damage. So either person they brought back was likely going to survive there, with mind control being the off lane. He's almost certainly got maxed out on Time Walk, which he did, so hard to bring him down in time. And I said that was a sick chrono too, because right now they don't have any way to deal damage really inside the chrono with Matama Man, so it has to be that perfect on the edge one.
Yeah.
And he's not even doing that much damage in general at the current moment.
I mean,
But,
once Miracle
no
shows
slight
up,
put Bolas on.
that will change things around a lot as well. But obviously not in a position to do that currently. Still trying to build into that helm. Snako just going to run at Kuroki and put the imp damage on him. What a pest.
Well, they may have lost a hero top, but they still got the Aegis. Easy peasy for Ditchara.
Alchemist gold count now getting dangerously close to that relic as... I mean, they do every little thing that they can to shut him down, but it's not really enough. And now they're going to... Like, this is before even any towers start to go down. I'd be very concerned right now if I was Liquid.
Yeah, she's insanely farmed.
Oh. Actually, just a little bit off being able to take down Kuro there, but they should be able to finish off this tower. Sioma hanging out by G to make sure that his buddy is all hunky-dory. Looks like this will be the relic picked up 11 minutes. Pretty fast for this patch. What? Oh, Terrorblade Miracle gets the deny with the Hellbear Smasher.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
52 damage. Why not? Let's make it happen.
GH. Oh, he wants his hook so bad, but doesn't look like Siama's going to give it to him.
Dire's top tower is under
Not going to be able to pick that one up.
Radiant's
That was
bottom
3
What a
heroes.
great split by Liquid, though.
Yeah.
Like, they were down bottom for so long dealing with that tower, and then the eventual deny is just icing on the top, but they don't want to fight into this Aegis. They still don't have Chronosphere. Oh, actually, it has just come back up online, so it is here now. And Metamorphosis is up, so if they can force some sort of an engagement here, the Shrine's there, though, and now they're scattered out by the Helm creep.
Yeah.
Probably not the best place for them
Radiant's
to fight.
bottom
They'll
tower
just
is
back
under
away.
attack.
A little bit of unfortunate that they're not able to get the most out of the map there, but they stole away a good amount of the Dire jungle, and Ditchara is, you know, going to be farming up there in the top lane. So we'll see how the next couple of minutes break down. But problem that you end up seeing is that G is probably going to be able to finish off his Radiance here after he gets to his camps and head back over to that secondary jungle, as the smoke play up top looks to find a pickoff.
Yeah, now it's Ditchara's turn. He's got his Blink Dagger. Hopefully he can help accelerate Suneko into a Blink Dagger of his own, and then they can just fully pressure around the map. Mag has his Mechanism online, 700 gold. His Blink Dagger might not be necessary this game. We'll see if he goes for it next. More than likely will. I mean, standard build. And then if they have 3 heroes that are that mobile, it'll be rather difficult for the positionings of someone like a Dazzle and just gone.
Oh man, that was really close. They ended up almost dropping the Chronosphere there. Oh, good Static Storm onto Matumba Man. This might be enough. They Chronosphere up the Dazzle and try to see if they can finish him off. The glimpse away from Mind Control. So Static Storm and Chrono committed. No kills as of yet. They're walking back in now with the Alchemist, seeing if they can find the kill. Good play right there by Matumba Man. Gets the kill and still gets out to his Remnant. It looks like Mind Control might also be able to. No bash this time. And Suneko out of mana.
Yeah, can't quite get there with the vacuum from Mag, too. Almost in time. So it was awkward, but in the end, it sort of worked out. Dump a Chronosphere. Still only getting Disruptor. Still not capitalizing on Miracle the Metamorphosis, but they're still farming away here. And the lead has at least been halted, which is definitely a good sign for Liquid with a Alchemist Radiance on the other side.
Yeah.
But Vega still in control.
We'll
See what they can do to actually press their advantage. That mid T1 probably very tempting for them right now.
You can see right there, GH though on the spot, trying to make sure that, you know, if there's a hook to be found, he's going to find it. Jumps forward, Ditchara to try and kill off Matumba Man, gets him before he can Remnant away. All right. Hey, how you doing?
Making use of that Aegis. Just like, all right, guys, this thing's done soon. I really want to YOLO. He had like 5 seconds left. He just leaps next to their tier 1. I can't believe that paid off so well.
Yeah, it looked like Matumba Man should have been able to remnant. I'm not sure. Oh, he was out of mana. That's why he didn't quite. He had
Oh yeah, he did too.
131 mana.
One might have been on cooldown or something too. Oh, nice hook GH, but that is a Darkseer mech.
Yep, Grave, mind control, vacuum into the wall. 3 people caught in it. Matumba Man triple remnant forward. Nice bit of damage there. Sioma is going to get off the static storm, but Miracle immediately dismantles them. They take down mind control, but at a huge cost as 3 drop from Vega.
Man, I didn't even see how Disruptor. He just waltzed on in there.
It's one of those.
Surprised they didn't get that with all those cooldowns. No Chronosphere was available there too. Big trade for Liquid.
It's one of those moments too where if you have your Alchemist with you, suddenly that fight turns around really quickly. But well, G just farming up there in the top lane. Didn't realize that there was going to be a battle, and it's getting ever closer to that spot. So still time made for the Alchemist to get insane.
Yeah, it was also quite the time to go diving just as your Aegis had expired too. So Liquid were certainly ready for the fight at that moment. Just like, all right, we know it's going to be down soon. Get ready to hop on this guy. Top lane, they're looking for Tumman. Again, he is very low on mana here.
Oh god, he actually does have enough.
Just came back.
he had a wand too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Kill over there to the side. They take down Kuroki. Combination of Sioma and Ditya. So this is interesting. You've got 2 different gank squads that can find kills with Disruptor and the Ursa, as well as, you know, Seneko and G on the Alchemist.
A lot of moving around the lanes. A little bit of rat Dota here.
All right.
Might call it between the 2 of them.
Big plays coming mid. You have a smoke gank up. Matumba Man there, as well as mind control with the Chronosphere available. Miracle has shown up for this one as well.
Yeah, that's what they really need is Miracle.
Alchemist just starting to show up as well. Ditya.
Oh, look at mind control. Oh god, this is so scary.
He wants it. He wants it real bad. Not gonna get it.
Wow. Just imagine me to blink dagger there. Could have been 3, 4, possibly even 5 meg. Like, you know, maybe Alchemist TP's right in, right? That's how that happens. But,
yeah.
So, G's safely in the jungle. And mind control, really wishing he had the blink, but he's gone for that Vlad's. Definitely be a safe item first on our Faceless Voids. A little bit more of an old school build. We don't see this too much anymore, but Liquid's been under the spotlight so long that they're just like, you know what, we still think this is fine.
I mean, it's an old school hero just in general. We haven't seen a lot of Faceless Void in this new patch. I think I don't remember any of them, honestly. He's been having an okay time. It certainly hasn't been like the complete and total cause for them being down in this game, but we'll see how it ends up working out. The movement into the jungle now, Matumba Man wants to try and take over this, but Alchemist has already cleared pretty much the whole thing out, and now going to be heading take on the Ancients. Oh? In the jungle, my jungle, mind control TP's away?
Yeah, Stack Storm was used to. Sam will be fine though, so he gets on back home. And nothing really lost here for Liquid. Still have the Chronosphere. Maybe now would be a good time to look for a smoke play very quickly before the Stack Storm is back online. They have one on GH, so I'm guessing they're probably going to try this now and see if they can find something.
Yeah.
And who will it be? What's their vision look like? Nothing. Do they have any wards? They don't have any on GH, so this is a very tough assignment here for the Radiant boys.
Mind control has a blink dagger now too. This feels very bold to me. They're going to drop the chrono on. I don't think they can find this kill. He is real tanky. The hook back in. Maybe now it's a possibility. Slaughter looking for the crutch is going to get it. They get the armlet toggle, the stun, the vacuum back from potentially good to horrendous. Vega Squadron turned that one around.
That was really greedy. I was surprised they went for that, but he was the only one that was in clear sight. They felt like they had a good chance for it, and it was very close. I mean, in their credit, but not quite close enough. The rotations were there in time, and even despite Seneko not even having the blink dagger for that too, and now those sort of plays get even more difficult as he's closing in on that. And we'll have even more time to react.
Kuro, oh man, and Matumba Man also going to be pulled back into this one in just a second. He's gone down, running at the freaking Dazzle. There is no way he's going to get away from this one, and they pull back in GH also. Another crush, damage being dealt in mass. And Right now, we talked about how strong this Vega draft is once it gets going.
Radiant's
I didn't deny that one.
has fallen.
And, oh, it's a very late timing. Sherrod blinks, he's like, seriously? Right near the end of our little window here, so no Roche for them.
Man. Oh. Is the answer just like Alchemist is a hero? Like, is that what we can take from this, or it felt like that double kill in the mid lane just so heavily gave Vega Squadron an advantage.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
they also
tower
gave
is under
Slider
attack.
Darkseer right away too,
Yeah.
which proved to be quite a problem. They, on the side of Liquid, they're running two heroes that sort of play similar role in that, like, Ember Spirit and Terrorblade are always looking to push out these lanes and trying to get all the farm they can from that, giving information from their team. And then you have this Chronosphere that, when you build Faceless Void in the off lane, he always needs a lot of help to get a lot of work done. He doesn't offer that much damage. It's just all about the control. And so you have to bring this Terrorblade in every time because the way you build the Ember Spirit, like, you can't even do those ganks at level 6, really, because he doesn't even, like, Sleight of Fist to throw any bolas and searing chains into the actual Chronosphere. So it was a very slow start for Mind Control.
Yeah.
And they basically, like, imagine they hit that 5-man Chrono mid, though, and they could easily be winning this game right now.
Definitely. And having, like, that's the thing, is we haven't seen the full combination of Liquid come out yet. The move that came from Mind Control and GH felt a little bit bold again. We've talked about this, that maybe that wasn't the correct play or whatever. Or it's so hard to say in retrospect, and I'm sure that there was stuff going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing. Regardless, this is where we get the Radiance Alchemist with the Manta style going, and almost Octarine completed. Only needs one more component for that.
Wow. Ritzy lad here. So with the fresh basher, that Aegis Stitcher feeling fearless. Might just blink in here. I wouldn't be surprised if he landed right on Kuro.
Yeah.
He'll hold back though. No one quite close enough, and smoke play here. So again, Radiant Vision totally lacking. No idea where anyone is. But Matum Man will reveal them and get out. So nice save there.
Oh, Ditya Ra up front and center is going to be farming. Is this a bait now? So you're going to see Mag go up to the high ground, has Guardian Greaves completed, the jump forward, finds Miracle, going to turn onto him. A lot of damage being dealt. Sunder is still available if they want to try and go for that type of a play. Ion Shell on top of Snako, looking for the chase. A big Chrono onto 3. Is it going to be enough? Ditya Ra taking a lot of damage. They need to take down Snako and Mag in the midst of this, though. Sundered onto Mag with the vacuum wall onto 3 as well. The illusions of the Terrorblade are going to do so much damage. Ditya Ra low, but not dead as of yet. Kuroki going to end up going down, and Aegis was not even used. It was looking good for a second, and then it all came apart.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, that fight
is
got
under
really
attack.
weird at the start as Sioma was making like a wraparound play, and he came across Matama Man in the jungle, and he just has to dump his ult right away because he's like, well, if I can stop this guy from getting to the fight,
Yeah.
maybe, you know, that's enough of my contribution. But Matama Man, he didn't get the double stack, the stack storm, and the kinetics, so he's able to wiggle his way out to the side, still get the Revenant through. I think he even zipped right through the Chronosphere for a little bit of damage there too. And now right back to the tower,
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
but close for Liquid. Almost had that one, it looked like.
Yeah, I guess that's something where you can maybe hang your hat on your ability to fight going forward a little bit, is if you didn't have Matumba Man in that fight and you were still able to find like at least a kill, there's some potential. But it's feeling like this Alchemist is just going to become impossible to deal with very shortly. He's going to have that Octarine core done, and that is tough.
Yeah, there's still room for them to make mistakes, though. If they start hanging to high ground too early, we've seen in one of our crazier games how hard Ursa can fall off in these mid-late, late-game scenarios, situations. This game, he's a lot more firm than that, though. That was one of our, I believe, our crazy ad for them games with the Jakiro. But just like getting kited around and around, whereas we do have very mobile heroes between the Faceless Void and the Ember. If they ever do get that net worth, there's potential there.
Yeah.
But all signs pointing to a Vega victory, as they will continue their march here with the Aegis and try and round out these last
Radiant's
objectives.
middle tower is under attack.
You can see Matumba Man doing his bestest here, is trying to get into the Blade Mill as well, it looks like, and has the Blink Dagger already done, but the push in towards mid is where probably a lot of the action is going to come. Doesn't look like Alka is going to be there as of yet, but Obviously, those boots of travel can get him there in short order. And there's a tower gone.
Middle tower has fallen.
So 1 left to go here.
Dire's top
Miracle
tower
has been pushing
is
the
under
lane.
attack.
Some pressure onto that tower up top. G just continuing his farming down bottom as he grabs up the blade mail. So ready to man mode here. Mind control. Oh wow, yeah, that was very close.
Yeah. I guess, you know, there's not really a ton either for Faceless Void. Maybe if he goes back for like the level 20 talent of 120 gold, it's sort of the ghetto Midas, if you will, to try and let him catch back up. But it feels like they just need to sort of weather this storm, and if they can get to that point where they really get the Terrorblade fat, you know, he's going to have the butterfly in a little while. Maybe if
Look
they
at
can
this.
hold this push.
Yeah, and they're showing Alch mid too, so maybe this looks a little bit less obvious. Trying to go for a full wraparound play from the bottom, but now with Alch moving that direction, they might be tipped off towards this on the side of Liquid.
Dire's bottom tower is
Miracle
under
and
attack.
GH hiding in the trees. They're going to be there very shortly. That is Faceless Void, the first one that they go upon. The crush is there. Oh, Kuroki walked in front of the hook. They are going to get the grave off, but I don't think it's going to last throughout the duration. Mind Control going to go down, does not get the Chronosphere off. And now they pull back in Kuroki, get the kill there as well. Oh, man. That could have gone so much better if they had just been able to get the hook off, but Kuroki, a little bit unfortunate, walked in front of the hook there. You can't blame him for that one, though.
No, can you imagine though if he hooks him out of that into
Yeah.
a pot? Like that would have been such a quick chrono. They just jumped that Faceless Void so fast, prioritizing mind control, making sure the chrono's not there. And
Ooh.
Snako not quite in range there.
Oh, nice little play there by
Watch this.
Tumba.
Lovely Molotov. Fly across the map.
Is it still chasing? Oh yeah, there
Got
it
him.
is. I couldn't see it on my screen. I think I had some weird animation bug.
Oh, it's the special cosmetic too. It looked great.
Oh, I'm
Very
sad now.
flashy.
All right, well, AC is next up on the docket for Mr. Alchemist. Always a pleasure to watch. And I guess Aghanim Scepter upgrades, we could think about that. Ursa already has his own, so I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world, but probably Disruptor would be the next best choice, I would imagine, right?
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
that
tower
would be
is under
top priority
attack.
in my book. Until Slider gets his badass one. Ice Frog.
There you go.
Slider, he gets so much level, he'll totally get Eggman
Radiant's
soon.
top tower has
Got the
fallen.
new body.
Yeah,
He hit the gym up with Enigma.
absolutely. You know, honestly, Mags wouldn't be terrible either, particularly against that Terrorblade. Why not? Good bit of damage being dealt. Oh, and Miracle actually decides to switch back over to the Scotty instead of going for the Butterfly.
I feel like the evasion won't be enough, I suppose. Needs that raw HP in his mind. Kiting around the Ursus too is always kind of handy, and kiting around the Alch in that manner.
Well, they're all grouped up again. Might be time to make a move, as it looks like they are imagining Vega Squadron is over here on this side of the map. Do they have
They're
any
doing
vision?
everything they can to try and, like, they're not trying to get aggressive. They're trying to find an aggressive defensive posture where they can find some sort of a high ground where the entirety of the Vega will run into them. And they actually do end up getting it, but they've left.
Oh, yeah, Ember Spirit is not there. He has a Remnant, though. Okay. If Ditchiara goes in alone, he does not have an Aegis right now, and yeah, they're all split up. This fight isn't going to happen. They might be able to take down GH, though. They have the creep chasing him, Rod as well to try and slow. Kuroki hiding, does not want to be found. Just let me deeper into these woods, and he'll be able to walk away.
Well, it was a good look for Liquid, trying to find something there. But if they don't, you know, if they don't have that perfect high ground advantage where there's just walking blind from Vega, it's unlikely to win that engagement. So they're forced back out. Vega get themselves a shrine. And that lead now looking a lot better. You know, through that whole kind of early game, Liquid were doing very well. Holding that against, I mean, that's an Alchemist, and it was only like a 4K lead, so it wasn't a very big deal, but it still just means if you lose that one fight, it only takes one more hero to get at control. Is now the Tumba Man done.
Oh,
Huge
man.
guy from Meg.
All right, well, that was quick. That's what ends up happening there. Moving forward for Snako right now. He is going to run into Miracle. There's the crush. There's the jump. Oh, nice little pull out by the hook. GH doing what he needs to. They might need to drop the Chronosphere here to help keep Liquid Miracle alive. And there's the pullback in as well. Kuro has to grave himself. Mind Control, left to his own devices, is going to drop. And, well, they also found themselves a nice little Kuro along the way. 8-21. And this is feeling like it might just be about it. 45 seconds, Faceless Void on the sidelines. They don't have anything. No?
Yeah, I really like this build from Meg, by the way. The fact that he did skip that Blink Dagger, because he has Blink that came out on his Ursa, it came out on his Slide Arrow, all really at the same time. And they just had so much initiation that they really need that much more, considering the added value of this armor and the Shiva's Guard up against his Terrorblade.
Oh.
Not quite there.
Yeah, they have actually been able to catch him with the chains, though. A lot of damage being dealt out to G. If they could bring him down here, this would be a huge turnaround, and he's not quite going to go down. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Yeah, he's going to survive through that one. That would have been a huge pickoff, but just couldn't find it.
Okay, well, they drive him out. Rex still held.
God, Vega have been looking great this game. This is not the same Vega that we just saw play against C9. I don't know if it's just down to the draft or what exactly it is, but they've been playing very good.
I think a combination of the lanes as well as just, I mean, how well this game happened to start for them was kind of ridiculous. Is Ursa, yeah, there's people going like, oh, hey, Rosh is up, guys. You guys want to come give me a hand with this? Just make sure I don't throw.
Yeah. Ditchira should be able to pick that one up. Easy peasy. And the Alchemist Aghanim Scepter given away is about to begin as he's picked up his first one.
Do they have any items that are really being canceled out by this, though? If it was Disruptor? They actually don't, but
no.
we'll give it to him anyway. Oh, G's deciding. He's like, who
do I want to give this to?
I don't know. Maybe
right.
he's asking, you know, you guys
Yeah.
gotta be nice. Say nice things about me. But yeah, he'll get it in the end.
Manta style? For Miracle?
Yeah, I mean, not bad, but...
Roshan has fallen.
Maybe Solar Crest? There's not a lot.
Dire's middle tower is under
I mean,
attack.
the duration also gets increased too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's still super good.
And the survivability for him. That's one way that you could end up losing this game is by Disruptor getting picked off or something before he's able to get that off. So he's always going to be able to get it off pretty much now with the Glimmer Cape and 1400 HP.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Also, the Darkseer one's just not good enough, so...
No.
I mean, it's okay, but compared to Disruptor, it's just too good. So, here we go. Theory crafted this crap long enough. Vega looking to put the nail in this one.
They're smoked
And
up.
they need that massive chrono. No
They-
pressure, mind control.
They got the weave. GH, they look for Mag. They pull him back in. A nice little play. If they could pick him off here, it'd be huge. They are going to not quite take him down. The Grave is there. They get the chrono onto 3, and Ditchira caught in the midst of this. Miracle is turned on to Seneko. They take him down, so Aegis is already gone, but Mind Control is going to drop. Matumba Man pulled back in as well. A long duration on this one. In trouble, Matumba Man. He does end up dropping. Miracle, it's all back left to him. Gets the Sunder off and is still not going to be able to do enough here, I don't think. Well, Ditchira turned back around upon. They bought back on Matumba Man, and they've taken down 2. Looking to see if they can catch out G. They have a Blink Dagger available. Oh, what a hook! GH pulls him in. Blade Mail is there. Wants to turn to fight this one. Kuro also in the area, and Seneko. They go for the jump crush onto Kuro. Nicely played. GH gets the deny. But I don't think that they have enough damage left over to take down this Elk. They might.
Yeah, more heroes are coming back in, too, from Matumba Man.
Pulled in. He has a remnant to get away for the moment, and with Boots of Travel back up shortly, he should be able to live here, I think. Amp damage. Yeah, there's the blink away. That space created and a half. Oh, they're TPing to the shrine. All right, that's pretty sick. Matumba Man, it was a good one. Dodges away, but not good enough. But they hold.
Space. You're right, space. They did lose the melee, though.
Yeah.
As they were only able to save that range for X top.
Tower is under attack.
Okay. All is not lost. They had to buy back on 2 heroes there for that one, but they were able to hold against, what is this, a 30,000 net worth lead? This game isn't over completely. I don't know. What's your thought? You're not letting me get away with that one?
It was with buybacks. It was with a pretty damn good chrono.
Yeah.
So Mind Control will have to really pull another trick out of the hat. Very impressive stuff, too. It was a very clutch hooks from GH in a couple of those situations as well to break up some of those fights. See, then we'll bail out Miracle from any potential dangers there. It's still very rough. It would be my my current assessment.
Okay. Miracle didn't have
Get
to
another
buy back in
Ags.
that. Who is that one going to? Probably Mag.
I assume it's Mag unless Ditch Raw really wants to sell something.
Right. It's not seem.
Pretty safe assumption that it should be Darkseer.
I'll pass in this over now.
I was wondering why it took so long last time too, but it was the backpack that he was just kind of wandering around.
Gotcha. Well, I'm still holding out hope. We talked about it, and we've seen some crazy stuff through these qualifiers. Granted, this is a situation where Faceless Void and Ember have the same net worth, which is below all the other cores of Vega Squadron. So it's not just like
And
the
Disruptor.
Alchemist. Yeah, there you go.
Radiant's
That's a good
middle
point.
tower
Yeah,
is
they're below Disruptor now. It's pretty rough.
What's our buyback status? Oh, no's. That's a lot of no's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That will be of no concern. So, no buybacks.
if they win a
I guess
fight,
they're just waiting.
how many full team wipes do you think it would take for them to be back on parity with Vega?
Jeez, I don't know. It's 30,000, so that's where the Alchemist can bite you a bit in the ass. I'm sure it would be some insane amount of, probably one of the higher ones you'd see.
Yeah.
If they actually got some sort of a crazy wipe right now. It's right. I think I saw his Orchid finish. Looks like it's coming on the courier. That could be a nasty surprise here for Matumba.
And G currently not with the team. Yeah, that would be really rough if they managed to find that. Although, Terrorblade also does have a butterfly now, and as far as I can tell, there's no way to currently take this off. Everybody is pretty fine and dandy. He's going back for the Bloodthorn, did he, Ra? But
Yeah. Scary stuff.
you've got that. Solar Crest on Dazzle. It's going to be tough to kill this Miracle Terrorblade. Their hopes and dreams are definitely poised on him, and he's getting up there. Oh, what's the Alch
Vega are
talent?
just going max efficiency mode, though. They're just
Oh,
not even
God.
thinking about the base at all. They're just pushing towers, pushing lanes, waiting for Roche, not giving any sort of an opportunity to Liquid, and just saying, okay, well, we're not going to push into your base, but we're also not going to give you guys free kills or anything like that.
They have
they're
30%
gonna
life
smoke.
steal. Oh, able to dodge away. They hook back in one. That was a little bit of GH again. I'm not sure. Questionable. It was lucky for Matumba man got out of there.
Yeah, I think he missed his blink. He tried to position himself so he just like hook blink away, but something must have happened.
Well, there's a barracks gone, and now starting to work on the tier 3 in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
I didn't
is
mention
under
it, but the
attack.
30% life steal for Alchemist right now also for his level 25 talent. Even more difficult to bring down.
Wow, with the auctioning core and the blade mail. That's almost on Queen of Pain levels, but not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of life steals during these engagements, though.
Multiple different sources as well. It's quite strong. We saw just how close he came to going down in that last fight. If that one would have, like, if they could have taken down the Alchemist in that other engagement, that might have made the difference.
Yeah, still 7-0-8 here on G. So he's worth fat stacks. And they have the BKB. They've bought out here. Onto Miracle, definitely the right call.
Oh, God.
And they have not sentry top on their racks, but they don't need to. There is no wards here, so see if they want to go for their smoke play.
Yeah. Do need to be careful, of course, about that BKB and Disruptor Ags now. Always a very healthy concern to have. But it doesn't look like Vega are comfortable completely pushing up the high ground. Do you think that, like, is there any reason for them to be too worried at this point, just waiting for that next Roshan?
I think you're just getting so much out of the map anyway right now that you're happy with what's going on.
Okay.
You're looking towards bigger items. You have a Bloodthorn now finished up on Ditchira. You like he just spent this time waiting for Rose, getting that next slot done up here. Meg as well has been working pretty hard on stuff. He's got his Guardian Greaves, Blink, his Shiva's Guard, and then he really wants that Scythe. So he's been trying to get a little bit of gold heading his way. Might as well just wait. I'm probably send the Helm Creep. Looks like it's on its way now, actually. This should be shortly. So make sure that they're ready when it's up.
It's pretty great here too. They have the Alchemist that's farming these camps over here in the part of the map that they can't see, so that way they have still vision pretty much everywhere there was. The illusions did just wear out at this point, but quite strong movement. And Matumba Man, Invis jumps forward, might be a bit too deep, silenced up, but they don't have anybody else on top of him for the moment. He is going to get chased down, and oh, he does manage to find that kill. On the other side, G possibly going to go down here. They're on top of him. A lot of damage being dealt out. GH is going to end up dropping. He gets the deny on himself, buys back into the game. They're coming back in on this one. They're controlling up Miracle, but still big, large, and in charge. They're trying to find that kill. Can they do it? Oh, a good crush coming in. They're able to pull back out and try and go on the Alchemist. It's not going to happen, though. Miracle buys back into the game, as does Kuro. All hell is broken loose, and with no Ember, though, it's starting to feel like this might all be for naught. I don't know.
GH just deny himself and an eggs disruptor stack storm. That's hilarious. What a clown.
That was pretty silly.
They've certainly gone all in here, though.
Kind of broken even by the 3 buybacks. They pull back in 1. Oh, Kuro is down. Ditchera ended up doing it to him. All right, time dilation as well, getting the slow. But still waiting for that moment when I just don't know if they have any way to deal with it. It's too much.
Yeah, it's a nice call by G just to buy back. There's no chrono, so he doesn't really fear what's left in the stocks of Liquid here. So, although it's slightly risky, essentially if you die again, you give a lot of your map control and space back. Unlikely to amount to anything if that were to happen, and much more likely to happen.
Oh, good crush there after the hook, and Ditchera's on top of him. Matumba Man's gone again for 70 seconds. Miracle looks for reflection, tries to man up against them, might be able to do something, but it's Seneko. They get that 1 kill. I think that's about all it's going to be, though. Yep, and brought down now. Ditchera dominating streak. Tier 3 tower going to fall, and GG Liquid drop a game to Vega. Vega looking strong after a disappointing game number 1, or series number 1 against Cloud9.
Wow, and yeah, this hurts just because every game's so important in these qualifiers. So big pickup here for Vega, especially dropping 2 so early in their run here. But there's no playoffs here, guys. Right? This is all just group stage stuff. Got to win every single game. Can't let a single one slip through if you want to make it. So Vega Liquid perhaps getting caught off guard by the Alchemist. The sick plays mid. They tried that pressure and it just did not pay off. Yep. Tried to shut him down and completely flipped the other way, thinking they had a nice matchup there with the Terrorblade. And they just couldn't get this TB Ember going.
Well, really left showing. And again, just for a little bit of context, why we keep repeating it, Faceless ended up going 5-1, was it, on their last day of the qualifiers? Yeah. And they were still eliminated. Granted, EU has 2 spots in it as opposed to just the 1 qualifying spot. So we'll see how this ends up working. But Liquid get taken down. Game number 2 coming up shortly as Vega pull up an upset. Lyrical as well as Trent Pack, your Sioux commentators. And we'll be right back in a few. See you guys then.
E-Gaming Bets on